in the South. Today is a book review. As you can see, I'm trying to multitask and do two things at once. But guys, the book that I read, Feeding My Soul, because that's my business, by Tabitha Brown, it really enriched me. So yesterday I was at Target, doing what I do at Target. And I always go to the book section because I'm a writer, I love books, and I'm a reader. But number one, I am a reader. I'm a writer, but I'm a reader. And I saw Tabitha Brown's book, and I know it's been out for some time, but something about yesterday made me want to read it. So there was a couple of books that I was like, okay, I want to scan. I want to look and see if the library app that I use, which is called Cloud Library, which connects with your local library, and it gives you ebooks and audiobooks of the books that you can buy in store majority of the time. Like usually when they are hitting the bookstores, they are also hitting this app or your public library. So if you are trying to cut costs, or if you are like me who is trying to curate your own personal library, I would go this route. I would read it on this app or listen to the audiobook. This is free, by the way. And then if you feel like that this book is so good or so great that you want to add it to your personal library, go buy it. So that has kind of been like my mode for probably the last year and a half, because I was finding myself buying books and sometimes either not getting to them or not liking them. And my thing is, if I read a book, number one, I want to be inspired by it, but I want to have takeaway things so that I can give this book, or loan this book out to other people. And that's just my MO. So like once again, I saw the book, I scanned it to put in my favorites, and then when I left the store, I decided to look and see if it was on the library app. So, to my surprise, it was. Hooray. And I started to listen to it immediately. Look, these days I'm really busy, so I'm doing multiple things at once. But the book was only 5 hours and 49 minutes. I was like, I can read this today. I literally started it probably around, let's say 12-ish. And listened to it as I helped JMN build a shed. I listened to it all the way up until I went to Pilates, and then I finished the last 16 minutes after I left Pilates. And guys, it was so good. I've already told 3 people that they need to read this book. Also right now, Target has 20% off books, and it seems like that book is already on sale. So with that 20% off, that book was like $11. And so I am going to buy it to put in my own personal collection. It was so good. Number one, I love Tabitha Brown. I have loved Tabitha Brown from the very beginning, even though she was cooking things. Actually, I've loved it from the very beginning. Let me tell you why. When she came on the scene doing her vegan thing, I believe that is the time, it was a couple years ago, that JMN and I did a 8-week vegan trial. And so I was watching her videos, finding inspiration, and it really showed me that like you can make something out of anything, literally. And it could be good and nourishing to your body. I really loved being vegan those 8 weeks. It was hard because, number one, I'm not a cook, and I was relying on a lot of high soy-based products, and I know that that's not the best for you. And we don't have places in this area to help take some of the load off, and so that would have been something else I needed to juggle and learn, and I'm already insecure in the kitchen. But I do think about it often, like becoming vegan. So who knows where my future may land. But that's when I first started noticing her, and then I started listening to her inspirational videos. And man, I feel like they were coming in on time, okay? And so my kids watch Ain't Tab. I think it is the cutest thing ever. I love that she partnered with YouTube to do that. I don't know the journey of why she chose YouTube, but I'm thankful because we have access to that. And we love, love, love the show. I feel like there's really nothing else like Ain't Tabs out there. So shout out to Ain't Tab for putting that on for us. But Feeding the Soul. So it is I hate to say memoir, but a memoir / cookbook. Throughout the book, she gives you some great vegan recipes. She's actually the reason why I started, that I tried jackfruit for the very first time. And she's the reason why I tried jackfruit for the very first time. But it is such a beautiful story. I have always said that, like, well, a couple of years ago, I came up with this title called Connecting the Dots because I had a lot going on in life, and I was able to finally sit down and connect the dots of where I was, and I was just so immensely blessed. I realized that God had woven all of this together for me to see, and he laid it all out for me. And so she talked about that a little bit. She talked about how, you know, a lot of people say, oh, you rose to fame quickly, and she's like, but they don't realize the story and the effort and all of the tribulations that I went through to get here. And she details some of those things. She talks about her mother passing away at the early age of 51. She talks about knowing where she is supposed to be and what she is supposed to be doing, and the back and forth that she had to go through to make that happen. She talks about her gift that God has given her, and, you know, going back and forth with having others believe that this is what she is supposed to be doing. She dealt with anger regarding a parent, and, well, parents actually, and just having to learn to forgive, and not forgive for them, but to forgive for her, so that she can continue to receive her blessings, and so that she could just be good. She talked about religion, which, for someone that you hear speak about God so prevalently, and about how, like, she doesn't go to church every Sunday, and how she realizes that her relationship with God versus her relationship with religion or an institution is different, and that she values her religion with God. She talks about just a myriad of things, like the different jobs she's held, and how she picked up the different things from those jobs that helped her to this day to see, that helped her for all of her various businesses that she had today. It's like she picked up so many little things, or things that you felt like were not important, that has blossomed her knowledge into what she has today. She even talked about one thing in particular about the church, about being judged, and the LGBTQIA group, and how people treat A+ group, and how people treat them differently, and how that really shouldn't be a thing, which I thought was beautiful. I mean, she had just so much wisdoms to spill. She had these little announcements throughout the book. She called them TSAs, Tabitha Service Announcements, that I just found to be gold. Literally, literally the first part of the book, the introduction, had me so wrapped that I was like, oh, this book is gonna be phenomenal. And, you know, that is why I love books so much. I love that I don't have to sit down with all of these people to learn the lessons that they've learned. But I'm able to absorb the wisdom that they have gotten from all of these experiences, and how that's affected their life. And then I can try different things. You know, a lot of people I don't have a large group of friends. I live in a big, little, small town. I'm very shy, introverted, whatever you might want to call that. And sometimes, well, actually a couple years ago, I was really struggling with conversation in groups. Sometimes I still do. And I feel like due to that, I have missed a lot of things that a social person probably would not. But due to my increase of reading, I feel like I have closed a major gap that I had. I was talking to a friend earlier this year, and we were talking about the differences between being smart and being intelligent. And I don't know why, but I felt this like wash over my brain, and I've held on to it. And I've said, there's a lot of people who are smart. There's a lot of people who have photographic memory. There's a lot of people who can read things and ingest things and take things in and hold on to that knowledge, right? But the difference is between being smart and being intelligent is to be able to speak about those things when situations like those things come up. You don't freeze, or you have the ability to hold a conversation about the things that you have learned, and from that conversation process the other side of what was being told to you from the person you were in conversation with, and that further your information on that topic. That is what intelligence means to me. To be able to hold a conversation regarding something that you have learned, something that you have picked up, and to continue to further that knowledge in more conversations. That's it. But yes, this book was amazing. I have already purchased it on Target. I really hope the people in my life that I have told that please read this book, I hope they do. And guys, y'all go pick it up. Tabitha Brown's Feeding for the Soul, because that's my business. I hope you guys enjoy my little book talk, my little book reviews. I really enjoyed them. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see y'all later.